Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Making headlines this morning, President Biden is headed to the UK today ahead of the G7 summit.
Plus, a brand new report revealing just how little the ultra-rich are paying in federal income taxes.
Oh, it's been pleasant and mild all spring long, almost in summer. Mother Nature is now on board and reminded us that this is the weather in South Texas on a realistic basis. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is June 9th.
I think you're right. I think she woke up and was like, hey, it's June. Welcome to June.
It turns out Mother Nature does own a calendar. Glad you're with us this morning. It's good to be back. We were on special assignment the last couple of days shooting a Fiesta special. We'll have more on that coming up as we get closer to our air date.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. Not so excited about the humidity, though.
Boy, is it super humid. And you factor that in with those afternoon high temperatures. Mike is here with us now, joining us, and the heat index is brutal these days, and no sign of improvement anytime soon, right?
Well, as temperatures go up a little bit, because all that moisture, it takes a lot more energy to heat up. So that's why number-wise, temperatures have stayed down. We only hit 90 yesterday, below normal. But then you obviously have the humidity to deal with in the heat index. So temperatures go up a little bit, things dry out ever so slightly. You won't have quite as high of heat index readings as we go into the weekend.
Okay.
Still going to be hot, though. But yeah, maybe a little more tolerable as far as that humidity is concerned. This morning, starting off just like every other morning, there may be a little mist around the area. I didn't see anything coming into work this morning, but just be on the lookout for that. Also, a couple spots where some reduced visibility off to the west there along 90, Castro 5 miles, 8 in Hondo. And temperatures mid-upper 70s. Just about 3-4 degrees above normal. However, when you factor in the humidity, then we have some of those heat index readings that are, add about a couple, 2-3 degrees to the actual air temperatures. And mold did come down substantially from the previous day's reading and throughout the rest of today. Again, number-wise, just on paper, everything looks fine. I mean, we're at 92 for a high temperature. That is the normal high, the average high temperature. But again, you factor in the humidity, and that's what is really putting those the heat index way up there. And so there are actual heat advisories posted for some of our southern counties. And then just the kind of watch out for the humidity has been issued for the rest of the area. So just take it easy. We'll talk about the weekend forecast coming up and maybe any rain down the road. We'll see in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Mike, thank you. This morning, San Antonio police have sent out a clear alert, and they're looking for 30-year-old Felisa Paulina Ruiz. Law enforcement believes she poses a credible threat to her own health and safety. She last seen Monday in Del Rio driving a white 2017 Nissan Versa, license plate 913J42. Ruiz is 5 feet tall, weighs about 100 pounds, has brown hair, last seen wearing a pink cap, white T-shirt and pants and pink shoes. She has a tribal tattoo on her back. If you have any information, call San Antonio Police at 210-207-7660.
And you may have heard your phones go off for this Amber Alert. The Corpus Christi Police Department is searching for 1-year-old Zaylee Zamora. Police are also looking for 24-year-old Christian Ariel Garcia, who is suspected in the child's abduction. He was last seen wearing a white hoodie with a black mask and last heard from in Corpus Christi, but it's not clear where they are right now. In addition, there is a clear alert for Jezebel Christine Zamora. If you have any information, you're asked to call police.
We turn now to the report that has many taxpayers concerned this morning. It's proof that the wealthiest Americans pay hardly any federal income taxes as they take advantage of loopholes.
And now we're hearing from one of the reporters who exposed the eye-opening evidence. ABC's Mona Kassar Abdi explains.
This morning, a bombshell report reveals just how little the ultra-rich are paying in federal income taxes. Investigative group ProPublica says it obtained the returns of thousands of wealthy people. It says Amazon founder Jeff Bezos paid $0 in federal income taxes in 2007, even though he made $3.8 billion that year. He even claimed and received a $4,000 tax credit for his children. And in 2018, Tesla founder Elon Musk also paid no federal income tax.
And we looked very closely at the 25 ultra wealthiest, the top 25. And what we found is they're completely out of the tax systems.
According to ProPublica's calculations, from 2014 to 2018, Musk had a true tax rate of 3.27%, Michael Bloomberg 1.3%, Bezos under 1%, and investment icon Warren Buffett's true tax rate was 0.1%. The report says the 25 richest Americans had a true tax rate of 3.4% during that period. Compare that to the median American household in recent years, which paid a much higher 14%.
That seems like a deeply, profoundly unfair system.
ProPublica found nothing illegal. The wealth of billionaires is largely determined by investments, not the relatively low salaries they pay themselves. And the U.S. tax system does not focus on gains from unsold stocks and real estate. This morning, Buffett declaring in a statement, quote, "I continue to believe that the tax code should be changed substantially." Bloomberg's team saying, quote, "What Mike gives to charity and pays in taxes amounts to approximately 75% of his annual income." Bezos and Musk have not commented on the report. Meanwhile, the investigation into how ProPublica obtained the IRS data is ramping up. The Treasury Department calls it an unauthorized disclosure of confidential government information, and the FBI is now looking into the leak. Mona Kosar-Abdi, ABC News, New York.
President Biden will be arriving in the UK later today for talks with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson ahead of the G7 summit. World leaders will meet on Friday for the first face-to-face summit in almost 2 years. Important things on the agenda. We'll be dealing with the COVID pandemic, dealing with the economic impact of it. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said that he wants to set a target of having everyone globally vaccinated by the end of 2022. Also on the agenda, improving the education of women in developing nations, as well as global corporate taxation.
House Democrats are meeting tomorrow to discuss how to move forward with voting rights legislation since their initial efforts are failing. The For the People Act is stalled in the Senate after passing the House, with Republicans and at least one Democrat opposing it. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says her chamber will take up another option, the Voting Rights Act, in the fall. Democrats say they are concerned about how the GOP is changing elections at the state level. Meanwhile, Republicans say they want to restore voter confidence after former President Trump's claims of fraud.
As western states struggle with severe drought, Lake Mead is projected to drop to its lowest level since the Hoover Dam was built. Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam straddle the Arizona-Nevada state line along the Colorado River, about 35 miles southeast of Las Vegas. The river provides drinking water to areas including Arizona and Nevada. The dam generates electricity for parts of Arizona, California, and Nevada. But that's in jeopardy because by tomorrow, Lake Mead's water level is expected to sink to the lowest it's been since the 1930s when it was originally filled. Government officials predict water will continue to decline until at least November of this year.
And time now is 4:37 and it's about 77 degrees out there.
Ready to beat the heat with a new window AC unit? We'll tell you which ones may be worth the money.
And next in morning sports, a well-deserved honor for San Antonio Spurs guard Patty Mills, but he needs your support. Plus, we're going to check in on Missions baseball.
And back to that forecast now that we've made it to midweek, outside with live cam humidity bathing South Central Texas on this early Wednesday morning. We are just getting started right here on GMSA. We'll be back after the break. Time for a look at morning sports. We start off with some Missions baseball. The team got a big win last night. They put the Missions above the 500 mark for the first time since May 11th. They hosted the Midland Rockhounds last night. Missions offense picked up right where they left off in Springfield, scored twice in the first inning. San Antonio later added an insurance run at the bottom of the fifth. Missions win 4-2. They continue their 6-game homestand tonight at 7:05. Some guy that plays for the Spurs named Patty Mills, who is an unrestricted free agent this season, has been nominated for the NBA Cares Community Assist Award. The award honors a player's continued commitment to positively impact his community through sustained efforts and difference-making the work over the course of the season. Who could forget what Patty did for San Antonio during the COVID-19 pandemic? Helping local businesses survive through his efforts. Fans can start voting on social media right now until it continues until Saturday, June 19th on platforms such as Jebbit and Twitter. You can use the hashtag NBA Community Assist or the player's first and last name. Patty is one of 10 nominees for this award. Well done. And congratulations to Denver Nuggets star Nikola Jokic, who has been named the NBA MVP. He's the first center to win the award since Shaquille O'Neal back in 2000. He's also the first Denver player in history and the first from Serbia to earn the honor. Jokic finished the season with a career-best 26.4 points and 8.3 assists per game. The 76ers' Joel Embiid came in second, followed by the Warriors' Steph Curry. But again, congratulations, Patty Mills.
Yes, that's awesome. We just need to push him forward so he can continue to move forward.
Right, and stay with the Spurs, too.
I think so.
4:42 on your Wednesday morning, about 77 degrees.
And if you're looking for ways to keep cool this summer, a window unit might be your best bet. Up next, a look at which one stood up to the test.
And next, a first look at a new feature called Sidewalk that allows Ring and Echo devices to share your internet connection with your neighbors.
And welcome back. It's about 4:45. Amazon has launched a new feature called Sidewalk that allows Ring and Echo devices to share your internet connection with neighbors. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a potentially big change for your home Wi-Fi network. If you have an Amazon Echo or Ring camera, your device is now part of a shared network called Amazon Sidewalk. Here's how it works. Sidewalk uses Bluetooth and Wi-Fi signals to pool small amounts of internet bandwidth from multiple locations, creating a so-called mesh network that boosts the range of Amazon devices nearby.
If you have devices that are outside the reach of your network, like cameras or outdoor lights, etc., this assures that your signal is reaching them. The bigger question is what data might be collected or passed around? How might Amazon use these networks that they're creating in the future?
And we'll have much more on Amazon Sidewalk coming up at 7 a.m., including what you need to know to opt out. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now in my Amazon settings just to explore the option.
Just put it in the cart.
Yeah. The heat is on and so is the humidity. It feels like someone flipped a switch to a San Antonio sauna.
That's very true. So if you don't have central air conditioning, a window AC unit can bring some relief. 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz tells us which ones can cool you down the best.
When the house is hot and sticky, a window AC unit can help keep you cool and comfy. Consumer Reports just tested dozens of air conditioners, including this newer design. It's U-shaped, so you can open and close your window without the heavy AC falling out. But installation is a little different from a traditional window AC.
It still does need a special bracket to be installed first. Once you do that, you can slide the AC into place in your window, and the window closes down into this U-shaped groove.
Just note you may not be able to fit the window and the screen. Now the big question, how well does it cool? Testers cranked up the air temperature in this chamber to 90 degrees, then measured how long it takes a window AC to cool the room by 10 degrees.
Most of the window air conditioners do a pretty decent job when it comes to cooling a room. The best can do it quickly and quietly.
That's where two of the U-shaped units from Midea stood out. They got top scores for cooling and in the noise department. This model is for medium-sized rooms, about 250 to 400 square feet. It's $360. And for larger spaces, Consumer Reports recommends this Midea for about $100 more. If you only need to cool a small space, that's anything less than 300 square feet, CR says this $280 LG model will get the job done. Another option is a portable air conditioner. They're more expensive, use more energy, and Consumer Reports tests show they don't cool quite as well as a window unit. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, it seems like we've been dodging summer-like weather now for well over a month due to the rainy, stormy weather, and now it's here for real, Coaster H.
And we're not used to it yet.
No, and again, it's the humidity, which is the result of all the rain that we had, you know, all the moisture in the ground and everything. But as things continue to dry out, that allows temperatures to heat up more easily. You don't have quite as high of heat index readings in the afternoons, but it's still going to be
Houston hot out there.
Just, it's tough to be outside in the afternoon. So this is what our morning is going to look like. This was from yesterday. A lot of clouds around here, as you can see in this picture. And yesterday we had a little bit of some mist here and there. And don't be surprised if you see just a little bit around this morning. Again, heat index readings right now feels like 82 Stinson, 83 in Pleasanton, although it's not as bad as yesterday, because yesterday Pleasanton was up around 86, 87 throughout most all of the morning. And then later on today, of course, we're going to have those heat index readings that are going to be well up into the hundreds. And it's just you got to watch it. And the Weather Service has issued a statement saying, excessive heat advisory or excessive heat index readings around the area. So again, just pretty much take it easy. And then we've got the heat advisories officially for some of our southern counties. Obviously, lots of water, lots of shade, if at all possible. Here's what it looks like on the water vapor imagery in the national picture. And two things kind of stand out. That big trough out there to the west, and then this ridge which is starting to build. That's the high pressure which is kind of moving on in here, and that's the usual summertime feature, and that's taking over, and that's just controlling our weather. So as that sits on top of us, that is helping to, well, with a lot more sunshine, we dry out a little bit more, and then that helps to heat things up. And that's not going to be moving anytime soon throughout the rest of the week. So our weather is going to be staying the same, although creeping up a degree or two. Again, as we slowly dry out. Now, as we go into the latter part of the weekend, and that high kind of just sits off there to the west of us ever so slightly, and we're getting into this northerly kind of wraparound flow around there. There's going to be some little disturbances trying to slide on in here, and by Monday, a low is going to try and pop up just off the coast, and so the combination of these two may actually give us a couple of showers, even a couple of thunderstorms on Monday and Tuesday. And then we'll just keep an eye on this thing if it decides to sit out there in the western Gulf of Mexico going into the middle part of next week. So forecast today, about like what it's been the past couple of days, 85 degrees at noon, partly sunny. We only, I say only, but hit 90 at noon, or yesterday I should say, but today 92. And of course, those heat index readings are going to be well up into the hundreds. Then we go into the next few days. And again, degree, maybe 2 degrees each and every day, so mid-90s over the weekend. Slightly lower humidity, so maybe not quite as ridiculous with those heat index readings this weekend. And then starting off next week, a couple of showers here and there, maybe cloud cover keeps temperatures down a degree or two. And don't forget to display your beautiful stars and stripes on Monday for Flag Day.
Flag Day, I forgot all about that.
Yep.
Thank you for the reminder.
Just around the corner.
4:51 on your Wednesday morning.
And coming up next, actor Tom Hiddleston gives us some unique insight about the debut of the new Marvel series, Loki, that hits Disney Plus today.
Here are your lottery numbers. Pick 3, 6, 7, 3, Fireball 1. Your daily 4 numbers, 0094, Fireball 5.
Cash 5, 1, 6, 16, 29, 30. And your Mega Millions, 9, 22, 39, 41, 54. Mega Ball 19, Mega Plier 3. Good luck.
Marvel's long-awaited series Loki premieres today, plus a big birthday for actor Michael J. Fox.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Is the new Disney Marvel series Loki a comedy or drama? Star Tom Hiddleston tells us that since Loki is the god of mischief, the series kind of straddles the line.
He is so intense and has such an inflated sense of his own importance, and sometimes that can be, fuel for great drama and also fuel for comedy.
Loki also stars Owen Wilson, and it debuts today on Disney+. Also out today, a new episode of The Handmaid's Tale, one of 3 directed by star Elizabeth Moss this season. It's her first time behind the camera, but her co-star Bradley Whitford tells me you wouldn't know it.
I knew she would be ready, but typically she's surprised us all. She has this extraordinary visual sense. She is obsessively prepared.
Check it out for yourself today on Hulu. And happy birthday to Michael J. Fox, the 5-time Emmy-winning actor turning 60 today, while Oscar winner Natalie Portman is 40. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And time now, 4:56 and about 77 degrees right now.
Still ahead on GMSA as infrastructure negotiations between the president and Republicans on Capitol Hill hit a roadblock. Biden travels to the UK today, his first overseas trip as commander-in-chief. We have a preview of what's expected on this trip.
And if you have an older iPhone, you're in luck. Apple's revealing some good news. Details ahead in Tech Bytes.
We've heard that parent involvement in their child's education is critical for their academic success. Ahead on GMSA later today at 6, right here on the morning show, how an early childhood intervention is helping families.
And taking a look out with TransGuide this morning, there's a look at Loop 410 in Culebra. Looks like there may be some construction, but we are going to check in with Stephen Cavazos after the break.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A house goes up in flames in a neighborhood on the southwest side. Coming up, Details on the damage the fire caused.
As Biden prepares for his first trip overseas as president, part of his domestic agenda becomes even more challenging. MABC's Fiesta in Washington with details coming up.
And no, nothing changed overnight. It's still super humid out there across the Alamo City. We'll talk to Mike in a moment about your forecast. Good morning, everybody. Hope you slept well last night. It is Wednesday, June 9th.
Thanks for joining us today. And Mark and I were on a special shoot these past couple of days, and we were outside for the shoot. And boy, could we tell the difference when we walked back inside the building.
At least we had a little bit of a breeze the other night when we recorded our Fiesta special. More on that to come in the coming weeks. But right now, Mike is standing by with more in the Weather Lab.
Yeah, even if you're in the shade outside with all this humidity, it's really tough. So again, lots of water. And if you have unfortunately, you guys had to be outside in the heat of the day. But, things like if you can cut the grass early on in the day, things like that outside, just, it's best to do it early on before we really start to heat up. Right now, we're at 77 degrees, and that bottom number still remains very high at 74, which means there's lots of moisture out there. We're going to make it up into the low 90s later on today. And as I've been saying, the past couple of days on paper, just graphic-wise, that's not bad. That's our normal high temperature. But again, that humidity is going to make it feel like it's well up into the hundreds and even about 110 or higher than that down along the Rio Grande Valley. The aquifer dropped down 0.2 of a foot, and the allergens, mold did come down a lot from the past couple of days, and grass is on the low side. All right, as far as cloud cover this morning, we do have some of our low clouds hanging around here, and then upstairs in the atmosphere, we've got still fairly dry air, maybe a little milky shade to the sky. But what this means is once we get rid of some of these morning clouds, we are going to have more sunshine later on today. So it's kind of funny to think we've got all this moisture down here at the surface, but a little bit drier upstairs. As far as heat advisories, they are posted down to the south and to the southwest, down toward Cotulla and Laredo, easy for me to say, but elsewhere, of course, heat index readings, are going to be well up there into the hundreds again, so you definitely want to take it easy. Warm, humid. Don't be surprised if there's a little bit of mist around the area this morning, and then mostly sunny today. Heat index well into the 100s or even higher, like I said, 110 or higher than that, down to the west and to the southwest, and that's the reason for the heat advisory. And definitely summer this weekend. Temperatures are going to be going up a couple of degrees, and humidity will be trimmed just a little bit, allowing those temperatures to go up. So maybe not quite the just outrageous heat index readings this weekend. And then next week, we may be starting off with a couple of showers and, hey, a couple of degrees lower. We'll take that. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen Cavazos is in the house. Good morning, sir. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Mike. Well, we do have a few things that we are keeping tabs on this morning. This is a view from Loop 410 at Culebra. We do have construction that was going out in the area. Let's go ahead and take a closer look and show you what that's looking like right now. Earlier, you probably saw a bunch of flashing lights out there, and that was TxDOT crews working on some bridge work that's actually going to be going on up until the 14th. Now, we checked the TxDOT website. It was planned a little bit later this morning, but looks like they got a head start and did this overnight. So traffic picking up again. Taking a closer look here at the map, we see that that's Loop 410 westbound at Ingram Road where that construction is planned. So again, this is going to be going on until the 14th of this month. So do keep an eye on that, and we will be keeping you posted as that construction does pick up in the coming days. Now, other construction is happening over here off 35 southbound right at Schwab Road. Take a look here. This one's actually impacting traffic as we're getting the morning started here. 37 miles per hour. Now traffic has slowed down in those southbound lanes right at Schwab Road. This tends to clear up as the morning does pick up, but we will be watching this throughout GMSA and seeing how that could impact your commute. But right now, if you are coming into the downtown San Antonio area from 35, doesn't look too bad. About a 27-minute commute from 35 if you're coming in from New Braunfels. Now, if you're coming in from 281 from Bulverde, we're looking right now at 27 minutes. And I-10 from Bernie to downtown San Antonio, right now we're looking a little just over 20 minutes. But taking one last look here at TransGuide, things are picking up once again here at Loop 410 at Culebra. We do have some flashing lights right behind me, and then that's the TxDOT crews. They should be out of the way there in the next few minutes, but we'll be watching closely throughout the morning. Mark, Stephanie?
Thank you, Stephen. Arson investigators were called out to a house fire last night on the southwest side.
San Antonio fire officials believe the fire started near the kitchen. Tiffany Huertas joins us live with the latest. Now, Tiffany, how much damage did that fire cause?
$70,000. That's how much damage is estimated. Now, this all happened last night around 10:30 at this house on the 5500 block of Aspen Valley Drive. San Antonio firefighters and San Antonio police responded to the call. When firefighters arrived, flames were coming out through a roof window. Fire officials believe the fire started near the kitchen, but firefighters were able to quickly turn off the fire and no one was injured. At this time, it's unclear what caused this fire. Reporting from the southwest side, Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Tiffany. Today, President Joe Biden embarking on his first foreign trip since taking office. He'll attend the G7 summit in the UK and then gather with NATO allies in Brussels, Belgium.
The trip comes after infrastructure talks broke down here at home. ABC's Faith Abube is in Washington with the details.
With President Biden taking off this morning on his first overseas trip as president, part of his domestic agenda appears to be falling apart. Negotiations over his massive infrastructure bill have hit a roadblock. Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who was leading a group of Republicans negotiating the legislation, says the president cut off talks with the group.
They moved the goalposts on me a couple times and, they just decided to walk away.
Instead, the White House says Biden will move forward on discussions with the bipartisan Senate group.
The president has come down by about $1 trillion. That's quite a bit. Obviously, we'd like to see more, but there are a number of opportunities and paths to have these discussions moving forward.
Overnight, a separate bipartisan group in the House unveiled a new proposal, which includes $761 billion in new spending over 8 years. That's more than Republicans proposed, but it's far less than the $1.7 trillion proposed by the president. Meanwhile, the focus of President Biden's trip overseas will be 1 week from today in Geneva, where he'll meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Biden says he plans to confront Putin on election interference, human rights violations, and cyber attacks. Russia-based hacking groups have recently targeted U.S. corporations, including the Colonial Pipeline, disrupting the nation's largest fuel pipeline last month. And President Biden's first stop on his foreign trip is England, where he'll meet with Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Queen Elizabeth. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Back here at home, San Antonio mother's asking for the community's help finding her son who did not show up for their family game night and hasn't responded to phone calls or messages. 35-year-old Kirk Jones reported missing to San Antonio police this past weekend. Last time his family saw him was Memorial Day weekend. After his mom was unable to ping his motorcycle GPS or phone, she began to fear the worst. She says she believes he may have gotten into a crash, is unable to get help.
If anybody sees that helmet, please let us know. I mean, if you see anything about it, and if you see a wrecked motorcycle, if you know of any gullies to go look in, because it was raining on Thursday. So we're thinking maybe he got caught in a high water crossing or something.
She's asking anyone who has seen the bike or this custom green octopus helmet, call San Antonio Police. You can reach their missing persons unit directly at 210-207-7660.
Texas lawmakers are looking to put a stop to the growing problem of catalytic converter thefts. A bill waiting to become law would increase the punishment from a Class A misdemeanor to a felony. This bill would also require metal recycling companies to obtain more information from people they purchase these converters from so they can be tracked if they were stolen. A catalytic converter is part of every vehicle's exhaust system. It's made up of precious metals and it helps clean hazardous emission and can be very costly to repair.
The family who's been victimized, that is thousands of dollars out of their pocket that they were not preparing to spend on their car and they shouldn't have had to spend on their vehicle. This may sound like a small type of crime, but it is by no means victimless.
The bill is at the governor's desk. He has until the 20th to sign it. You can read more about the requirements for this bill on KSAT.com.
Day by day, the COVID vaccination rate is increasing in Bexar County. The goal to get to 70% of people with one dose of vaccine by July 4th. Right now, we're nearing the 56% mark. You can attend today's pop-up clinics and get your vaccine free. The first 4 clinics happening at the Bazan Library at 10 a.m. We have a full list on our website at KSAT.com.
And time now is 5:09 and it's about 77 degrees right now.
Still had good news for those of us with older iPhones.
Also next, the blood supply in San Antonio is at a critical level. Up next, an opportunity where you can give the gift of life today.
Mike's forecast for your Wednesday and a check on the early morning commute coming up with Stephen Cavazos right here on GMSA. We're live on KSAT and we'll be right back. The need for blood donations is growing. South Texas Blood and Tissue Center said orders from hospitals have increased by 20%.
Meanwhile, donations are not keeping up with demand. A 7-day supply would be adequate and a 3-day supply is the absolute minimum needed, but we are in the critically low range.
We only have a little over a day's supply of all blood types. It's even less for life-saving type O. You can schedule a donation by visiting southtexasblood.org. And later this morning, South Texas Blood and Tissue Center will host a conference with area hospitals to discuss this critical blood shortage.
And time now is 5:13 and it's about 77 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, details on Amazon's latest feature that makes you share your internet with the neighbors around you.
And a look behind the curtain at Instagram, the social media giant showing off how its algorithm decides what posts you see.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide our skin, not us.
Because Dupixent targets a root cause of eczema, it helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of it. And for kids ages 6 and up, that means clearer skin and noticeably less itch.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By helping to control eczema with Dupixent, you can change how their skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can show more with less eczema. Talk to your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
5:17, welcome back. Amazon has just launched a new feature that allows some Amazon devices to share your internet connection with your neighbors. ABC's Mona Kassar Abdi has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Amazon is rolling out Sidewalk. The new feature uses Echo and Ring devices to share Wi-Fi with your neighbors. Privacy advocates are concerned because users have to opt out of the function. Amazon insists no personal information will be shared. Instagram is revealing how it decides what goes in your feed. In a blog post, Instagram detailed the 4 most important signals from users that are considered. They are your history of interactions, how popular a post is, who posted it, and what kind of content you usually view. And finally, you won't need a newer phone to get Apple's new iOS 15. The iPhones as old as 6S can receive the update when it comes out this fall, but the 6-year-old phone has its limitations. Its processor is unable to support some of the latest features like portrait mode in FaceTime. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
5:18.
Let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mark and Steph. Looks like there's still a lot of construction that we're seeing here around the city that's hopefully going to be clearing up soon as our drivers get ready to hit the roads. But this is a view from TransGuide at I-10 West, right at Loop 1604. Take a close look here at TransGuide. We have some maintenance crews out there, crews from TxSAT, I should say, that have a lane blocked out there. They do have bridge work that they are working on, which should be wrapping up hopefully here in the next few moments. But you can see there we do have one lane blocked off. Taking a closer look here on the map, though, doesn't look like it's impacting traffic right at this hour. So again, we're hoping that this does clear up here in the next few moments. Another thing that we're keeping a close eye on here is a stall here at I-10 westbound right at Callahan. Again, not causing any issues right at this moment, but if you're heading in that direction there in the next few minutes and that stall vehicle is still there, be sure to give that person plenty of room. Now, another thing that we have been looking at here is this slowdown on 35 southbound right at Schwab. Let's take a look here. That's 11 miles per hour that traffic has slowed down to, and that's because we do have construction that is in that area. Again, this likely will clear up here as the morning does pick up, but we know that when people start getting ready to hit the roads around 7, this usually becomes a big issue for drivers as they head out the door. But taking one last look here at TransGuide I-10 West at Loop 1604, we should hopefully see that is this construction clear up here in the next few minutes.
Thank you, Stephen. Mike, all that's missing from your picture is a soundtrack track, like sizzling bacon, maybe.
I agree.
Yeah, I like how it says high drama in the western sky. And then pictures like this always remind me of, like the National Geographic specials in the plains of Africa or something.
It reminds
Very
me
nice.
of the Steven Spielberg movie Empire of the Sun with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yes. Very great picture. Great. Thank you very much for that one. All right, we've got our morning clouds. We're going to see more sunshine as the day rolls on. Why am I not getting any clicker action going on here? Here, we'll do this.
Like you're in West Side Story.
I know. Here we go.
Take it away.
Okay, we'll try it again.
You're a jet till you're dead, from your first cigarette to your last dying day, buddy.
Hey, high temperatures yesterday were in the 90s. Do the soundtrack for me, ready? And later on today, we're going to be up around 92 degrees. And again, we're going to be seeing a lot of triple-digit readings down here to the southwest. But then you have to factor in, of course, all the humidity. Now, these numbers are pretty close to what you would expect. Normal high temperatures, right around the low 90s. But again, going back to the heat index readings, add about 10 degrees to the forecast temperature, and that's what it is going to be feeling like. And we're looking at above 110. Anytime you get really above 105, it's really hard for your body to cool itself well. And then it's down around Cotulla, Laredo, just blisteringly hot temperatures. And that's why we do have heat advisories posted down there to the south and west later on today. So dew points remain well up in the 70s. That's just window dripping kind of humidity, and that's going to be the case not only the rest of today, but also going into the next couple of days. And we're not going to see any real substantial break in this. Now, as time goes on and as things dry out just a little bit, we probably won't have quite as intense and just miserably high heat index readings going into the weekend. But then temperatures will be creeping up just a little bit. But again, the humidity is going to be trimmed ever so slightly. Now, as far as any rain around here for the next few days, nothing. We just have the kind of daily cycle, clouds in the morning, more sunshine in the afternoon. That'll be the situation going in through the weekend. And maybe a couple of extra clouds hanging around here, perhaps later on Sunday night. Then on Monday, a little disturbance is going to form up, and that's going to give us a chance for a couple of showers around here on Monday, and then also going into Tuesday, a little disturbance out here in the Gulf of Mexico. So we may see another chance of rain. Right now, it's a very small chance of rain, but another shot at it by the first of next week. Extra cloud cover also may help to hold temperatures down a couple of degrees. 85 degrees at noon, partly sunny skies. High temperature then, make it up to 92, but again, add roughly 10 to that, and that's what it will feel like. And of course, we do have that heat advisory in effect for some of our southern counties. I wonder if the batteries are going on this thing. There we go. Do the West Side Story. Leave it up to Mark to think a West Side Story when batteries are dead in a clicker. We'll make it up into the mid-90s by the weekend. So as things dry out ever so slightly, that allows temperatures. They can warm up a little more easily with slightly drier air. Still hot, and a couple of showers maybe by the first of the week.
Well, now, you know musical theater way better than I do, to be totally honest.
I can't sing. I've been told that many times.
Yes, you can. I've heard you in the
sing
weather
all
lab.
the time.
Yes, you do.
You're much better than you think.
Mark, you are good.
5:23 on your Wednesday morning. I love you, Mike.
Still ahead in your morning spotlight, a sneak peek into the making of the new series Sandman and details on the special Ray Charles 90th birthday collection.
Here are your lottery numbers. Pick 3, 673, Fireball 1. Daily 4 number 0094, Fireball 5.
Cash 5, 1, 6, 16, 29, 30. And your Mega Millions, 9, 22, 39, 41, 54, Mega Ball 19, Mega Plier 3. Good luck.
Mike sang through almost the entire commercial break. Thank you, Mike. Everybody.
Did a great job.
Yeah. Chris is looking, our prompter guy's like,
okay, good.
New look at upcoming series Sandman, plus new details on the newly remastered Ray Charles collection.
Here's CNN's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
This is amazing. We're in the Undercroft.
The Sandman creator Neil Gaiman got a behind-the-scenes look at Netflix's upcoming adaptation of his iconic comic book series. Gaiman called the experience like walking around inside your own dream. No premiere date yet for the fantasy drama series.
Now, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this away, 'cause I'll be back. back on my feet someday.
Ray Charles, the genius of soul, would have been 90 this year, so the label he founded, Tangerine Records, is releasing True Genius, a remastered collection of 90 songs from the legendary artist's career. It'll be available as a 6-CD box set and as a digital release on September 10th.
52 has been roaming the ocean for decades, entirely alone.
52 Hertz has been nicknamed
the loneliest whale in the world.
The search for a single whale calling out at a frequency different from any other whale is chronicled in the documentary The Loneliest Whale. The film explores our relationships with the oceans and each other. The trailer dropped on World Oceans Day. The Loneliest Whale debuts in theaters July 9th and on digital platforms July 16th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It's now 5:28.
And still ahead on GMSA, we have the latest on COVID-19 vaccines that are available for kids, plus updates from the CDC, along with new stats and studies.
A new Alzheimer's treatment approved by the feds can cost up to $56,000 a year. Why patients may still be able to afford it.
And they're mischievously delicious. We're going to tell you how you may be able to get your hands on this special edition of Lucky Charms, inspired by the new Marvel series Loki.
Making headlines this hour, FDA vaccine advisors will soon consider authorizing COVID-19 vaccines for kids younger than 12.
And taking a look outside with Live Cam, prepare for another humid day. You may want to bring some extra water.
And good morning to you. It is Wednesday. It is June 9th.
Thanks for joining us today. So we were off yesterday morning, and I was like, I'm going to beat the sun. I'm going to go for an early morning run. And I did. I did beat the sun, but I did not beat the humidity. I got back home, and it looked like I got caught in the rain. Gross, I know, sorry.
It's been a game changer out there. Things have changed so much even from last week, Mike Osterhage.
Yeah, and humidity sticks around. It will drop ever so slightly as we go into the next couple of days. But you were talking about water, and of course the experts say don't wait until you're thirsty, because then it's too late, and you need to just continue to hydrate, especially kids. You know, in the summer they're playing outside, and then as we move on into some of the, getting ready for school activity. I know school just let out, but a lot of, summer camps and things like that. Just continue to hydrate according to all the experts, not just when you're thirsty. 77 right now, 74 is the dew point, which the amount of moisture in the atmosphere remains, of course, very, very high out there. We do have a heat advisory that is in effect through 8 o'clock tonight for our south and southwestern counties down around Cotulla, Laredo. Heat index readings are going to be 110 or even higher than that. And again, your body does not cool itself very well at all. There could be a speck of mist around the area this morning with all this humidity like we had around yesterday. So don't be surprised if there's a little damp spot here and there on the road. And again, those heat index readings well up into the hundreds for most all areas except for northern portions of the hill country. Definitely summer the weekend, and temperatures will go up a little bit, about mid-90s, maybe slightly above normal. And that's because the humidity is going to be trimmed ever so slightly, as I was mentioning, and that allows things to heat up more easily. So we may not have quite the just ridiculous heat index readings this weekend. And then starting off next week, a shower or two and some extra clouds, maybe a couple of degrees lower. That would be nice. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Steve Cavazos. I know you got some problems there on the maps we saw last time around.
Yeah, lots of construction, obviously probably creating a lot of headaches for anyone that's getting ready to hit the roads here in the next few minutes, Mike. But right now things are looking pretty green here in the Alamo City. Let's take a look here, though. We do have what looks like a stall that's still out here, though, on I-10 westbound at Callahan Road. We've been monitoring that throughout the morning. TxDOT still reports that is there, but not causing any issues at this moment. But again, as we mentioned in the last half hour of the show, just be sure to give people plenty of room when you see a stalled vehicle. Switch over to the next lane so that way that person can get to where they need to be safely. Now, jumping on over to another side here off 35 southbound at Schwab Road. Now, there is construction that is going on out there, and all this yellow is the traffic that slowed down to 45 miles per hour. And thankfully, this is an improvement. As the morning does pick up, we start to see things improve, and then we start to see things slow down. But right here at this point in time, that's an improvement. So if you're heading into the downtown San Antonio area from 35 coming in from New Braunfels, we're looking at a 26-minute commute. Now, if you're also coming from Highway I-90, we're looking at 19 minutes, and on 35 coming in from Lytle right now, 17 minutes. Now, another improvement that we are seeing is the construction that was out here of I-10 West at Loop 1604. The view from TransGuide looks like we still have a little bit of flashing lights, but you can see that the lanes have opened up. Drivers are getting out on the road, but construction does seem to be the topic of this morning. And coming up in the next few minutes on here on GMSA, what you can expect over the next few days. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, San Antonio police say a man is in serious condition after being thrown from his motorcycle in a crash overnight. This happened around 3 a.m. on the westbound access road of Highway 151. That's on San Antonio's west side. Officers say the man in his 40s swerved to avoid a vehicle that cut him off. The maneuver caused him to hit a curb, rolling the motorcycle and throwing the man off the bike. He was taken to the hospital. No other details on that vehicle are available at this time.
This morning, we are getting a new look at the most recent coronavirus numbers from the U.S. and how other countries are faring in comparison.
There's also new travel advice from the CDC and an update on vaccinating kids as young as 5. CNN's Brett Conway breaks it all down.
1 year ago today,
we have something that indeed turned out to be my worst nightmare. It has devastated the world, and it isn't over yet.
And it still isn't over. Yes, in a number of countries, including the U.S., new COVID-19 cases are dropping. So are hospitalizations and deaths. But in other parts of the world, more cases, more deaths. A two-track pandemic. That's what the World Health Organization called it in a new report, saying the biggest barrier to ending the pandemic remains sharing of doses, of resources, of technology. In the meantime, the CDC is working to differentiate between countries with severe outbreaks and others where COVID is sustained but controlled, updating its travel advice this week for more than 120 countries. The CDC also continues to assess vaccine safety and efficacy. A recent study found fully vaccinated people are more than 90% protected from infection, and even if they get infected, their symptoms are more mild and they're less likely to spread it. Right now, more than 50% of the population 12 years and older is fully vaccinated. Thursday, FDA vaccine advisors will consider authorizing vaccines for kids younger than 12, with Moderna looking to have data on its vaccine for children as young as 5 by September or October.
That's it.
Britt Conway, KSAT 12 News.
Other news here in Texas, Governor Abbott has signed into law 2 sweeping overhauls in response to one of the largest power outages in U.S. history that left more than 4 million people without power and heat back in February. Among the changes are mandates that Texas power plants weatherize for extreme weather and new processes to avert communication failures. The legislation also makes adjustments to the board for the Electric Reliability Council of Texas and creates a statewide emergency outage system. Energy experts disagree on Abbott saying the legislation is a cure-all, saying the measures don't go far enough to ensure that Texans won't have another catastrophic blackout.
And do you need some extra money? The U.S. has a record number of job openings. In April, 9.3 million new positions were added. That's the highest overall number since the Bureau of Labor Statistics started tracking the data in 2000. But millions of jobs were also left unfilled in April. Employers hired about 6 million people. Some economists say this disparity is causing a worker shortage. Unemployed people may not be ready to go back to work, citing health risks and child care responsibility.
5:38 on your Wednesday morning.
And it'll cost you more to get your favorite meal at Chipotle. We're going to tell you the reason for the menu price increase.
And next, for the first time in nearly 20 years, a drug to treat the early stages of Alzheimer's now has FDA approval. We'll tell you more about how it works.
And taking a look outside with Live Cam, I was talking to some people who are already missing that rain. So in its place, we have humidity. We'll be right back.
541, more than 6 million Americans now living with Alzheimer's, but there's new hope for those in the earliest stages of the disease.
A new treatment is now approved by the FDA. CNN's Mandy Gaither has a look at how it works.
For the first time in nearly 20 years,
We are making strides. We're making steps forward.
A drug to treat the early stages of Alzheimer's is FDA approved. Aducanumab will be sold under the name Aduhelm. It's designed to help those with mild cognitive impairment.
The key here is to diagnose early. If someone has mild memory changes as early as possible, that is the type of person that is most well suited for this drug.
The treatment is a once-a-month infusion, not a pill.
The goal of the drug is to slow down disease progression. Does it help with memory function? Maybe. But does it cure the disease? No.
The cost of the treatment is about $56,000 a year for a high dose. In a statement, the manufacturer said for qualified commercially insured Aduhelm patients, copay and infusion cost assistance programs may reduce out-of-pocket costs to as low as $0. But there are potential side effects.
The biggest risk of this drug is problems with swelling in the brain or even some small bleeding in the brain. One reassuring aspect is that when used carefully and when used with surveillance MRIs, brain scans to make sure that the side effects aren't happening, most people that do develop the side effects actually end up being okay.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Right now it's 5:42 on your Wednesday morning.
And getting kids emotionally ready to learn. Just ahead, how adults can give kids a leg up in that learning.
5:45. Welcome back to GMSA. Kindergarten is a crucial time in a child's development.
There are things adults can do right now to teach kids skills they will need before they start kindergarten. David Sears has the details.
The transition to kindergarten can be tough on kids.
My daughter, she understands, she gets it, but it's harder for her.
And it's also tough on parents and teachers to deal with the challenging behaviors that comes with the transition.
Nobody wins a power struggle with a 4-year-old or 5-year-old. There's no winning that.
Catherine Pierce is a child clinical psychologist. She studied the international program KITS, or Kids in Transition to School, for children who are entering kindergarten. In a study of about 200 children with developmental disabilities who took part in KITS,
we're showing better self-regulation, better ability to really control frustration, pay attention, not be disruptive in class, and the parents were more involved.
Part of the KITS program includes parents meeting twice a month and training sessions to learn different techniques, such as using the red light, green light game to increase kids' self-regulation skills and making tasks clear for kids by avoiding using no, stop, or don't language.
If you want your child to pick up their shoes, you don't want to say, don't leave your shoes there. You want to say, please put your shoes on the stairs.
For teachers like Kristen Barnett, KITS techniques such as thanking in advance has made teaching easier.
Just to say, wow, thank you for using your walking feet if you notice a kid's about to start running, or thank you for remembering to have a calm voice in the classroom.
Mom Olga Aguirre had 2 kids take part in KITS. She can really see the impact.
I saw them more interested in reading and more interested in learning.
Kids who took part in the program had better literacy and self-regulation skills at the end of kindergarten. David Sears, KSAT 12 News.
Man, it is so fun to say the next line. Fiesta kicks off next Thursday, and lots of people are getting excited about San Antonio's Party with a Purpose.
Things will look a little different this year, though. There will only be one parade, and that's the River Parade. That's happening Monday, June 21st at 7. And more than 300,000 people are expected to be there as it will operate at full capacity.
We're following city guidelines, the county, CDC, all, we're following the guidelines, and how fortunate are we that they kind of headed this direction for us to celebrate as a city.
You can still get tickets for the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. We have more information a little later this morning on KSAT.com. You can also call 222-RIVER. As restaurants prepare for a busy summer, many are finding it difficult to keep staff, so Chipotle is raising its menu prices to cover the cost of higher wages. The chain announced in May that it would increase worker pay to an average of $15 an hour. Chipotle is offering a $200 employee referral bonus. The company's price hikes come as global food prices are on the rise.
Lucky Charms cereal is temporarily kicking out its leprechaun for a more evil mascot. The Marvel villain Loki is taking over the popular cereal and turned it into Loki Charms. This cereal is not magically delicious. Instead, it's mischievously delicious. New branding is part of a collaboration between General Mills and Marvel, celebrating Disney Plus's Loki, a new streaming series. So to get your hands on the special green box, you have to go to mischievouslydelicious.com. That is cute.
And if you can spell that URL without looking it up, good on you.
We could do that.
We can. That's fun.
Yeah, but for now, let's go ahead and check traffic with Stephen Cavazos. There's a lot of construction out there.
Yeah, and also, isn't Loki a bad guy? So now we have him on a cereal box?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's evil.
Evil, mischievously delicious, as you guys were saying. But you know what? Our traffic is looking magically good. I don't know if that works, but let's go ahead and take a look here. Although we do have a small crash that's happening here off Loop 1604 I-35 southbound, not causing any issues there right now, but this looks like a minor crash according to TxDOT. So a little bit of delay, maybe under the overpass there, but we'll be watching that as the morning does pick up. But other than that, it's been relatively smooth, and we've talked a lot about construction here over the last few days, specifically on Loop 1604. So just something that you can expect is a road closure, right, alternating the westbound lanes between the main lane, that is on 281 Stone Oak Parkway to 1604. This is going to be going on from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. What they're doing there is just some painting, so just be sure to be aware. There's a lot of construction going around the Alamo City, so we'll be giving you those updates each day on GMSA, letting you know what's happening, so be on the lookout for that. Now, taking a look here at TransGuide, though, Loop 410 and McCullough, things are running relatively smooth, and that's a good sign that hopefully our day will look magically. I'm trying to find a pun.
You're doing it.
Magically. It'll come to me.
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Not delicious.
No, but
Yeah. So, hey, is mischievous one of those words where the I and the E are mixed up?
Mischievous?
I forget.
So we do have to look it up.
M-I mischievous. M-I-C-H.
M-I-C-H-I-E-V-O-U-S.
Okay.
Or L-Y in this end.
Yes. Mischievous. Okay. Say it 3 times fast. Anyway.
3 times fast.
And then it sounds weird. Beautiful spring. So that's a great picture there. And look at those flowers in the foreground. And everything's nice and green there. All that moisture that we've had, all the rain that we've had. And we're starting off with clouds, starting off with the humidity. Don't be surprised if there's a little bit of mist around the area. This is interesting. The Climate Prediction Center, and they will send out like 6 to 10 day outlooks, 8 to 14 day outlooks, monthly and 3 months. And this just came out yesterday. The 8 to 14 day temperature outlook and goes into the mid to almost latter part of the month has us good chance of being below normal temperatures, which would be continuing the trend that we've had leading up to this point. We are finally going to be at about normal and then a little bit above that going in toward the weekend. Of course, got the heat index to deal with. And this is, you know, a lot of times folks say, oh, just making it sound worse than it is. This is actually what your body feels. And basically it's a measure of almost how poorly or how inefficiently your body cools itself because of all that humidity. There's nowhere for all the perspiration to go. And that's why when you get above 105, it's really difficult for your body to cool itself. And so that's why we have these heat advisories down there to the west and to the southwest when those numbers are getting above 110 there. Elsewhere, it's not really reaching the numbers, the criteria, but obviously there's going to be a lot of heat index out there today. So you definitely have to take it easy. Lots of water, lots of shade, and just take it, like I said, take it easy. Can't say that enough. 85 degrees, partly sunny skies at noon, and then we'll have a lot more sunshine mixed in with a couple of clouds later on today. 92, so we're still just at about normal. Yesterday we didn't get above 90 here in town, although it did reach triple digits down to the west and southwest, and we'll make it up to the mid 90s by the weekend as things dry out ever so slightly. That allows temperatures to heat up a little more easily and may not have quite the outrageous heat index readings this weekend, and then a couple of showers next week, low 90s. So yeah, slightly below normal temperatures.
All right.
We'll take it.
Yes.
That 8 to 14 day outlook extended for about July, August, September, October.
Yeah, we were trying to work out a deal where this be a below normal summer entirely.
Yes.
The whole kit and caboodle, as they say.
Maybe later.
2007.
Okay.
Maybe. We're taking it day by day together. 5:53 right now on your Wednesday morning.
Go ahead and look at your winning lotto numbers. We have pick 3, 673, Fireball 1, Daily 40094, Fireball 5.
Cash 5 numbers 1, 6, 16, 29, 30. And we also have Mega Millions 9, 22, 39, 41, 54. Mega Ball 19, Power Play, or rather the Mega Plier 3.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, President Biden set to depart on his first foreign trip since taking office, meeting with allies and key adversaries. What awaits him in Europe as he cuts off infrastructure talks with Senate Republicans back home? That's coming up, plus much more, right here on GMA. We'll see y'all soon.
As we wrap up this half hour, we're going to tell you about some pets that need a home over at the Humane Society. Here's Marco, almost 2-year-old hound mix, just recovered from not one but 2 different surgeries on both his legs. He's now fully healed. Marco can't wait to find a new family. Here's Taffy, sweet 3-year-old beauty looking for a perfect snuggle buddy. Super affectionate, loves treats. She can be a bit shy at first, but once she gets to know you, she will give you unconditional love. For more information on both these pets, call 226-7461 or visit sahumane.org. We would appreciate it. Ahead the next hour of GMSA, Spurs guard and fan favorite Patty Mills getting some well-deserved recognition for his work in our community and many others. Plus, one man hurt after being thrown off his motorcycle. We'll have the latest on his condition. And we also have an update on an overnight house fire that caused nearly $100,000 in damages. Tiffany Huertas is standing by with a live report. And Stephen's back with a look at your commute coming up right here on GMSA. We'll be right back after this.
Arson investigators were called out to a house fire on the southwest side. Coming up, the latest details on the house fire.
Longtime Spurs guard Patty Mills getting some off-the-court recognition. We have the details.
As Biden prepares for his first trip overseas as president, part of his domestic agenda becomes even more challenging. MABC's Fiesta in Washington with details coming up.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, we're at about 77 degrees, but a warning, it is humid out there.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Yeah, we could call this extreme humidity. Good morning, everybody. We made it to midweek. It is Wednesday. It is June 9th. Steph and I were off recording a Fiesta special, which you'll hear more about in the coming days and weeks.
Yeah, we're very excited about that, but not too excited about that humidity out there.
Yeah, we've had smooth sailing. It's been stormy and below normal temperatures, it seems like, for months now, Mike Osterhage.
Yeah, and that's because it's been so wet and so cloudy out there, and the humidity actually keeps temperatures down a little bit just because it takes a lot more energy to heat up moist air. Now, as we go on in time, temperatures are going to be creeping up a little bit, which means air is going to be drying out ever so slightly. So maybe not quite the just outrageous heat index by the weekend. Still going to be very hot, still going to be very humid out there. Right now, we do have heat index readings, speaking of which, 85 Stinson, 83 in Pleasanton, although think back to yesterday, it's a whole lot better than the, 87 at this time, what it felt like yesterday in Pleasanton. We do have heat advisories that are in effect for our extreme southwestern counties because the heat index readings are forecast to be up around 110. Elsewhere, it's not quite up to the criteria for a heat advisory, but just warnings out there. Take it easy and lots of water, lots of shade if at all possible. Temperatures are going to be staying maybe steady, dropping a couple of degrees here and there. We'll stay a few degrees above normal this morning. A lot of clouds, then more sunshine as the day rolls on. And yeah, it's going to be steamy hot out there. 85 at noon. And just on papers, I would say it doesn't look too bad. 92, that's about normal high temperature. Add 10 to that, and that's what it's going to be feeling like here in town. And it's going to stay very hot, very humid. Now, we do have a rain chance way down the road. We'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen. One of the two of you is here. Stephen, come on.
The King's Apprentice is fine.
It's old habits, so.
Hey, well, you know what, Mike, that's all right. But, we did have a crash that just popped up on our radar right now. This is from Loop 1604, right at 35. You can see here the view from TransGuide shows that we have a pretty heavy scene that's going on out there right now. It's unclear what exactly is going on right now. It's tough to make out exactly what happened right over there. But you can see we have a very large presence of emergency crews. And this is actually causing some issues right in those eastbound lanes of 1604. 1604. You can see that here on the map. We're seeing traffic now in these eastbound lanes of 1604 slowing down to almost 20 miles per hour, which is not a good sign because as we get the morning picking up, this could cause more issues if that scene is still there. But again, traffic just building up in that area of 1604. So watch out for our first responders as they work to get this scene cleared. Let's go ahead and jump over to our inbound times right now. This is from 281 coming in from Bulverde. We're looking at 27 minutes to the downtown area. If you're coming in from I-10 from Bernie, right now we got about a 24-minute commute time. And if you're coming in from 90 on from Castroville, we got 19 minutes to downtown San Antonio. Let's go ahead and bring it back here to Trends Guide one last time. 35 at Loop 1604. We're going to be watching this closely and see if we can get a closer view and let you all know how this may impact your commute as the morning does continue. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. Flames shooting through a window. That's what San Antonio firefighters saw when they arrived at a house fire on the southwest side.
It happened last night. Now the arson unit is looking into that fire. Tiffany Huertas joins us live with the details. Now, Tiffany, where do fire officials believe this fire started?
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. Fire officials believe the fire started near the kitchen. Now, this all happened around 10:30 last night at a home on the 5500 block of Aspen Valley Drive. San Antonio firefighters and San Antonio police responded to the call. When firefighters arrived, flames were coming out through a roof window. Firefighters were able to quickly turn off the fire. No one was home at the time, and it's still unclear what caused the fire. Fire officials say the damage is about $70,000. Reporting from the southwest side, Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Also new this morning, a carjacking suspect now in custody. It happened last month in the 5800 block of Rim Pass. It's on the northwest side near Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Police tell us 24-year-old Ryan Wolf was dealing with a flat tire when someone pulled over to help. And that's when police say Wolf pulled out a box cutter and demanded the victim's car keys. He handed them over and Wolf took off. He was arrested in Kimball County and brought back here. He faces a charge of aggravated robbery.
A San Antonio mother is asking for help in finding her son. She says he didn't show up for their family game night and has not responded to any phone calls or messages. 35-year-old Kirk Jones was reported missing to San Antonio police this weekend. The last time his family saw him was Memorial Day weekend. His mother was unable to ping his motorcycle, GPS, or phone. She believes he may have gotten into a crash. And now she's asking people to be on the lookout for Jones's bike and his custom-made green octopus helmet.
If anybody sees that helmet, please let us know. I mean, if you see anything about it, and if you see a wrecked motorcycle, if you know of any gullies to go look in, because it was raining on Thursday. So we're thinking maybe he got caught in a high water crossing or something.
If you have any information that can help the San Antonio Police Department, you can reach their missing persons unit at the number on your screen. That is 210-207-7660.
Texas lawmakers looking to put a stop to that growing problem of catalytic converter thefts. VIA got hit here in San Antonio earlier this week. A bill waiting to become law would increase the punishment from a Class A misdemeanor to a felony. The bill would also require metal recycling companies get more info from those they're purchasing parts from to ensure they can be tracked. A catalytic converter is part of every vehicle's exhaust system. It helps clean hazardous emissions and can be very costly to repair.
The family who's been victimized, that is thousands of dollars out of their pocket that they were not preparing to spend on their car and they shouldn't have had to spend on their vehicle. This may sound like a small type of crime, but it is by no means victimless.
Governor Abbott has until June 20th to sign the bill. You can read more about it on KSAT.com.
House Democrats are meeting tomorrow to discuss how to move forward with voting rights legislation. The For the People Act is stalled in the Senate after passing the House, with Republicans and at least one Democrat opposing it. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says her chamber will take up another option, the Voting Rights Act, in the fall. Democrats say they're concerned about how the GOP is changing elections at the state level. Republicans say they want to restore voter confidence after former President Trump's claims of fraud.
Today, President Joe Biden embarking on his first foreign trip since taking office. He'll attend the G7 summit in England and then gather with NATO allies in Brussels.
This trip comes after infrastructure talks broke down here at home. ABC's Faith Abube is in Washington with the details.
With President Biden taking off this morning on his first overseas trip as president, Part of his domestic agenda appears to be falling apart. Negotiations over his massive infrastructure bill have hit a roadblock. Senator Shelley Moore Capito, who was leading a group of Republicans negotiating the legislation, says the president cut off talks with the group.
They moved the goalposts on me a couple times, and they just decided to walk away.
Instead, the White House says Biden will move forward on discussions with the bipartisan Senate group.
The president has come down by about $1 trillion. That's quite a bit. Obviously, we'd like to see more, but there are a number of opportunities and paths to have these discussions moving forward.
Overnight, a separate bipartisan group in the House unveiled a new proposal, which includes $761 billion in new spending over 8 years. That's more than Republicans proposed, but it's far less than the $1.7 trillion proposed by the president. Meanwhile, the focus of President Biden's trip overseas will be 1 week from today in Geneva, where he'll meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Biden says he plans to confront Putin on election interference, human rights violations, and cyber attacks. Russia-based hacking groups have recently targeted U.S. corporations, including the Colonial Pipeline, disrupting the nation's largest fuel pipeline last month. And President Biden's first stop on his foreign trip is England, where he'll meet with Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Queen Elizabeth. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
And time now at 6:09. It's about 77 degrees out there.
Our Spurs making headlines this morning with a fan favorite getting some recognition for his community service right here in the Alamo City.
And some good news for Missions fans, some highlights from last night's game, and a look at their upcoming schedule after the break.
But first, outside with live cam. Yeah, things are looking out there. Yeah, tons and tons of humidity. You could cut it with a knife. It's so thick. Any break from this heat index that we've been dealing with, especially in the late afternoons? Mike will tell you about that coming up. .613, time for a look at morning sports. Now some Missions baseball. They hosted the Midland Rockhounds last night. Big win for our Missions, now above the 500 mark for the first time since May 11th. Missions offense picked up right where it left off in Springfield, scored twice in the first inning. San Antonio later added an insurance run at the bottom of the fifth inning. Final score 4-2 San Antonio. Missions continue their 6-game homestand tonight at 7:05. Spurs guard Patty Mills, who is an unrestricted free agent this offseason, has been nominated for the NBA Cares Community Assist Award. The award honors a player's continued commitment to positively impact his community through sustained efforts and difference-making work over the course of the season. Who could forget what Patty did during the pandemic, helping local businesses survive through his efforts? Fans can start voting on social media right now. Continues through Saturday the 19th on platforms such as Jebbit and Twitter. Use the hashtag NBA Community Assist or the player's first and last name. Patty is one of 10 nominees for this award. And congratulations to Nugget star Nikola Jokic, who's been named the NBA MVP. He's the first center to win the award since Shaq back in the year 2000. He's also the first player in Denver Nuggets history and the first player from Serbia to earn the honor. Nikola finished the season with a career best 26.4 points and 8.3 assists per game. 76ers Joel Embiid came in second, followed by the Warriors' Steph Curry.
And congrats to Patty again.
Yes. Great job, Patty Mills.
For now, let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos. A lot of construction out there.
Yeah, Steph, actually, we're looking at this scene here from 35 at Loop 1604. TxDOT is reporting that this is a crash that's happened out here in this area. You can see that we do have a pretty heavy scene out there right now that's developing. First responders out there working to take a look and maybe clear that scene out. But it's tough to take a look and see what's actually happening out there. But from this perception, or view, I should say, from TransGuide, it does look like this is on the frontage road of Loop 1604 heading east. Now, we are seeing some of those residual effects happening on our maps right now. All this yellow and orange means that traffic is slowing down there as the morning is picking up and drivers are heading in that direction. So we are going to be keeping a very close eye on that scene and seeing again how that could impact your morning commute. But other than that, it has been a relatively quiet morning around the Alamo City and the surrounding areas. Nothing too major to report. Again, the major issue right now that we're going to be watching is going to be this crash that's happened here off 35 and Loop 1604. And I know there has been a lot of construction that has since cleared up, but right now this looks like the big thing that's happening at this hour.
Thank you, Stephen.
Mike?
Yes, it is warm. It is humid. Anybody liking it yet? Used to it yet?
Not
No.
yet. I got spoiled. I think we all did.
We did. It's been, and we talked about it. We knew at some point this reality would kind of
Right.
return around here.
But even to be in the shade, you just sit there and just,
Yes.
from all this. So we may see a slight drop in the humidity once we get in toward the weekend as things continue to dry out. Obviously, it's been a few days since we've had some rain around here. Temperatures right now are well up into the mid-upper 70s. We're about anywhere from about 10 degrees above average on average. And throughout the rest of today, well, starting off this morning, maybe a little speck of mist. Just don't be surprised if it's out there just because of all the humidity out there. Just getting pumped on in. Mostly sunny, hot and humid. And this weekend, yep, it is definitely going to feel like summer. And we're not even officially at summer as of yet. This guy enjoying the cut grass. And it's a good picture to emphasize if you do have to cut your grass. I did mine a couple of days ago in the afternoon. It's like, wow, just overwhelmingly hot and humid out there. So if you can, do it early on in the day. But he likes going in the cut grass. Doesn't get lost that way any longer.
5 feet since this picture was taken.
Aww.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So here's what it looks like outside right now. Plenty of clouds, obviously. And again, these temperatures are well up into the 70s. Normal low average is 72 in town. And we've got plenty of humidity out there right now with all the dew points. Measure moisture in the atmosphere. Again, 60 is the threshold where you start to feel the humidity. 70 gets oppressive. 75, it's getting slapped in the face with a wet towel or just putting on a wet robe almost when you walk outside. And as far as the next few days, we've got clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon. We'll do that again tomorrow and each and every day going into the weekend. Like I said, things will continue to dry out a little bit, so humidity should drop down ever so slightly going in toward the weekend. So maybe not quite as ridiculous of heat index readings in the afternoons. Now, once we get into the first part of next week, little disturbances are going to kind of form up around here, so we may actually see a couple of stray showers around the area going into next week. Extra cloud cover as well. But right now, this high is the dominant feature, and that's, what you'd expect in the summertime. High sitting right on top of us. However, it is going to kind of edge its way. It's going to be far enough off to the west, and we'll get this flow coming around the front side of it. And with these little disturbances right here, these little waves that are going to try and form up. And so that's what's going to give us the chance for a couple of showers around here Monday, Tuesday. Extra cloud cover keeps temperatures down, and we'll keep an eye out for maybe a low trying to develop there in the western Gulf of Mexico by the middle part of next week. So we are going to be up to 85 degrees today at noon, partly sunny skies. High temperature today makes it up to 92. Just number-wise, fine. But again, heat index well up into the hundreds. We do have the heat advisory for our southwestern counties down there around Cotulla, Laredo, where those heat index readings are going to be about 110. Elsewhere, just watch it with that high heat index up in the hundreds. And temperatures will go up a little bit toward the mid-90s by the weekend. Slightly lower humidity. Still, it's going to be hot out there. And then a couple of showers to start off next week.
And Flag Day
on Monday.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Nice showers for Flag Day.
Hopefully so. I wouldn't really get your hopes too high right now.
Right.
But at least there's that little chance for some rain.
Thank you, Michael.
We like the chance.
About 6:19, 77 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA Instagram, sharing some of its secrets. The details ahead.
My cholesterol is borderline. I figure I can worry about it or do something about it. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste free with guaranteed potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic.
Irresistibly delicious, pour some almond brie for the maestros of the creamiest ever must-have smoothies. It's irresistibly delicious. More almond bries, please.
For asthma, there's Primatene Mist. When symptoms strike, your airways narrow and there's less breathing room. Primatene Mist is clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler and breathe easy again.
At Panera, we take care of dinner time. We use fresh, clean ingredients to make mouth-watering masterpieces. Order on the Panera app and get free delivery through June 13th. Only at Panera.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a potentially big change for your home Wi-Fi network. If you have an Amazon Echo or Ring camera, your device is now part of a shared network called Amazon Sidewalk. Here's how it works. Sidewalk uses Bluetooth and Wi-Fi signals to pool small amounts of internet bandwidth from multiple locations, creating a so-called mesh network that boosts the range of Amazon devices nearby.
If you have devices that are outside the reach of your network, like cameras or outdoor lights, etc., this assures that your signal is reaching them. The bigger question is what data might be collected or passed around? How might Amazon use these networks that they're creating in the future?
And we'll have much more on Amazon Sidewalk coming up at 7 a.m., including what you need to know to opt out. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
And Instagram is revealing how it decides what goes in your feed. In a blog post, Instagram detailed the 4 most important signals from users that are considered. The list includes your history of interactions, how popular a post is, who posted it, and what kind of content you usually view.
And finally, you won't need a newer phone to get Apple's new iOS 15. iPhones as old as the 6S can receive the update when it comes out this fall, but the 6-year-old phone has its limitations. Its processor is unable to support some of the latest features like portrait mode in FaceTime.
They're always updating things. I can't keep up.
I know. It's tricky.
Poor phone. Poor phone. Time now 6:24 and about 77 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, the latest on an overnight fire on the city's southwest side, how fire officials think it started.
And taking a look out at TransGuide, there's a look at I-35 and Loop 1604. Steven says there is an accident there. We're going to check in with him after the break.
A house fire causes $70,000 worth of damage. Coming up, details on where the fire started.
An overnight motorcycle crash sends one man to the hospital. We'll have the latest.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning. Boy, it's humid out there. Prepare with water. That's all I can say.
And a good morning to you. It's Wednesday, June 9th.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Well, I guess we're okay because the humidity is great for your skin, right?
Right.
Look at the positive in this.
That's right. Hydrating on the outside when we should be hydrating on the inside?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
I'll take your word for it. Anyway, speaking of water, though, seriously, doctors always say don't wait until you're thirsty.
Right.
Keep hydrating, especially if kids are playing outside. Keep just constantly drink a lot of water because you're just going to be sweating it out very easily in all this humidity. You've got a lot of cloud cover out there right now, and heat index readings are a few degrees above the actual air temperatures right now. 85 is what it feels like at Stinson, 78 New Braunfels, Canyon Lake. We do have a heat advisory in effect for our south and southwestern counties later on. Goes through 8 o'clock tonight. For the rest of the area, just warnings have been issued about the high heat index readings, which are going to be about 105 to 110 and even higher than that down there to the south and west. And warm, humid, maybe a speck of mist here and there this morning. Then later on, mostly sunny. Again, heat index readings. Everybody's going to be well up into the hundreds, except out in northwest portions of the hill country. And then the weekend, it's definitely going to be summery, although with things continuing to dry out slightly each and every day, then temperatures will creep up ever so slightly, but the humidity will come down a little bit. So we may not have quite the ridiculous heat index readings by the weekend. And then starting off next week, a couple of showers going to be possible on Monday and Tuesday, and extra cloud cover, maybe a couple of degrees lower. We'll take that. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic authorities, Stephen Cavazos, what's the latest, sir?
Hey, Mike. Well, big problem happening here from the view of TransGuide at 35 and Loop 1604. A big crash that's being reported right there in that area. You can see that we do have first responders that are out there on the scene. They've been there for a little bit, almost an hour at this point, but we're watching this very closely and seeing how that's going to be impacting anybody's drive time right now. And it looks like we are starting to see some of those effects happening, at least here in the eastbound lanes of 1604, right at 35. You can see we're seeing a little bit of a congestion, not normal for this early in the morning. Usually you start to see congestion as the morning picks up, but we're starting to see a little bit of impact because of that crash that we're seeing there. So we'll be keeping an eye on that throughout the morning. But the inbound times right now, everything everything's still looking pretty good if you're coming in from the downtown San Antonio area, I should say. If you're coming in from 35 from Lytle, we're looking at a 17-minute commute time. If you're coming in from Pleasanton on 37, well, you have a pleasant drive, 28 minutes to the downtown San Antonio area. And right now on 37, coming in from Flotusville, we're looking at about half an hour. But again, the big thing that we're watching right now is going to be this mess that's happening right behind me on 35 at Loop 1604. So we'll be watching that closely throughout the morning and seeing how that's going to be impacting commute for this Wednesday morning. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, arson investigators have been busy with an overnight fire on the city's southwest side. San Antonio fire officials believe that fire started near the kitchen.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live with more. Now, Tiffany, how much damage did this fire cause?
About $70,000. That's how much damage is estimated. This all happened around 10:30 last night at this house on the 5500 block of Aspen Valley Drive. San Antonio firefighters and San Antonio police responded to the call. When firefighters arrived, flames were coming out through a roof window. Firefighters were able to quickly turn off the fire. No one was home at the time, but it's still unclear what caused the fire. Reporting from the southwest side, Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Tiffany. One man is recovering this morning after an overnight motorcycle crash. This happened just after 3 this morning on the westbound access road of Highway 151. That's on the city's west side near Loop 410. And that's where officers say the man in his 40s swerved to avoid a vehicle that cut him off, causing him to hit a curb and roll his motorcycle. The man was then thrown off his bike. He was taken to the hospital in serious condition.
New this morning, San Antonio police have sent out a clear alert looking for 30-year-old Felisa Paulina Ruiz. Law enforcement believes she poses a threat to her own safety. She was last seen on Monday down in Del Rio driving a white 2017 Nissan Versa, license plate 913J42. She's 5 feet tall, weighs about 100 pounds, has brown hair, was last seen wearing a pink cap, white shirt, pants, and pink shoes. She also has a tribal tattoo on her back. If you have any information, call San Antonio Police at 210-207-7660.
And the Corpus Christi Police Department is searching for 1-year-old Zaylee Zamora. Police are also looking for 24-year-old Christian Ariel Garcia, who is suspected in the child's abduction. He was last seen wearing a white hoodie with a black mask and last heard from in Corpus. In addition, there is a clear alert for Jezebel Christine Zamora. If you have any information, you are asked to call police.
June is a national month of action, and the COVID vaccination rate is increasing in Bexar County. The goal is to get 70% with people with 1 dose of the vaccine by July 4th. Right now, we're near the 56% mark.
You can attend today's pop-up clinic and get your free vaccine. The first of 4 clinics happening today at 10 a.m. We're going to have a full list on KSAT.com.
Well, this morning we're getting a new look at the most recent coronavirus numbers from the U.S. and how other countries are faring in comparison.
There's also new travel advice from the CDC and an update on vaccinating kids as young as 5. CNN's Britt Conway breaks it all down.
1 year ago today,
we have something that indeed turned out to be my worst nightmare. It has devastated the world, and it isn't over yet.
And it still isn't over. Yes, in a number of countries, including the U.S., new COVID-19 cases are dropping. So are hospitalizations and deaths. But in other parts of the world, more cases, more deaths. A 2-track pandemic. That's what the World Health Organization called it in a new report, saying the biggest barrier to ending the pandemic remains sharing of doses, of resources, of technology. In the meantime, the CDC is working to differentiate between countries with severe outbreaks and others where COVID is sustained but controlled, updating its travel advice this week for more than 120 countries. The CDC also continues to assess vaccine safety and efficacy. A recent study found fully vaccinated people are more than 90% protected from infection, and even if they get infected, their symptoms are more mild and they're less likely to spread it. Right now, more than 50% of the population 12 years and older is fully vaccinated. Thursday, FDA vaccine advisors will consider authorizing vaccines for kids younger than 12, with Moderna looking to have data on its vaccine for children as young as 5 by September or October.
That's it.
Britt Conway, KSAT 12 News.
Back here at home, the need for blood is growing. The South Texas Blood and Tissue Center says orders from hospitals increased by 20%.
And donations are not keeping up with demand. A 7-day supply would be adequate, and a 3-day supply is the absolute minimum needed, but we are in the critically low range.
What does that mean? Well, it means we only have a little over a day's supply of all blood types. It's even less for type O. You can schedule a donation by visiting southtexasblood.org. And later this morning, the Blood and Tissue Center will host a conference with area hospitals, discuss that blood shortage.
And time now is 6:36, and we're at about 78 degrees right now.
Ahead on GMSA, we'll show you how an early childhood intervention is helping families.
And welcome back. It's about 6:40. When it comes to families and school involvement, there is no one size fits all. Every child and family situation is different.
Some face racism and linguistic and cultural economic barriers. Now, researchers are evaluating an early intervention for all teachers, parents, and children that they say has long-lasting impacts. Our David Sears has the story.
For pre-K and kindergarten classes, songs and games are educational building blocks. But how can parents get involved? Researchers are studying ParentCore, a 14-session program for families of children attending pre-K in culturally diverse neighborhoods.
We're finding that ParentCore works over and above the effects of pre-K.
During the program for families, school mental health professionals support parents by developing strategies for parent-teacher partnerships and interacting at home.
So things like how to play with your child.
Think of the acronym FUN.
Follow the child's lead. You do what they do and narrate as you do it.
The program emphasizes positive family-school connections and helps teachers to engage families from diverse cultural backgrounds. Brotman studied the outcomes of ParentCore in 2 separate trials with over 1,000 pre-K students, primarily children of color. 3 years after the program ended, researchers found continued benefits.
By the end of kindergarten, kids who are in programs with ParentCore had better reading and math skills on standardized tests. By 2nd grade, the kids were doing better academically, and most importantly, they were doing much better in terms of mental health.
ParentCore is now in 50 pre-K programs in New York City, serving over 3,000 students every year. It's also growing in cities here in Texas, Michigan, and North Carolina. They offer tools for teachers, parents, and children available in several languages. David Sears, KSAT 12 News.
Get all your medals, your flower crowns, and cascarones ready. Fiesta is almost here, folks.
The fun kicks off next Thursday, and things will look a little different this year. So the Texas Cavaliers River Parade will be the only parade happening this year, and that is happening Monday, June 21st at 7. The parade will be at full capacity, and more than 300,000 guests are expected to be there. That's a lot more than years past. Normally, the parade brings in around 18,000 people.
We're following city guidelines, the county, CDC, all, we're following the guidelines, and how fortunate are we that they kind of headed this direction for us to celebrate as a city.
You can still get tickets for the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. We have more information a little bit later on this morning on our website at ksat.com. You can also call 210-222-RIVER.
And looking forward to all of that. But for now, let's go ahead and check in that big mess on I-35 and 1604 with Stephen Cavazos.
Yeah, great description, Steph. Definitely a big mess out here at Loop 1604. This is a view from TransGuide that we're looking at right now. Let's walk over and show you that we do have a big scene that's developing out over there. And we want to show you what's happening on the maps right now. This is in the eastbound lanes of 1604 right at 35. You can see such the mess that this crash has created. We actually have a photographer, Steven Chavez, who is out there right now giving us a view of what's happening. Now, traffic is building up, and what he's told us is that he spotted an overturned 18-wheeler in this area. You can see this is the safest view for Steven. He's zooming in right now, what looks like an overturned trailer. Again, the best view that he can get us right now, but this is definitely causing some big issues right now on our roadways, and we're going to go ahead and bring it right back here to TransGuide and show you again, this is in those eastbound lanes of 1604, that crash leading to some major delays for drivers in that area. One last look here. here at TransGuide. This is what we'll be watching throughout the morning, no doubt. As drivers get ready to head out the doorway, they can expect a big mess in this area.
Definitely watch out for that. Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, it looked like it was a dump truck out there, one of those big, 18-wheeler dump truck.
Yeah,
there's
pretty bad.
I couldn't tell. It was a big one for sure.
Yeah. All right, what a picture. I love this. And look at how green the grass is out there, which is just fantastic. Beautiful sunset, and it says even the flooded road looks pretty good with the sun reflecting off it. So nice picture out there, and this one is not quite as nice. You can see all that haze along the horizon. We've got a lot of cloud cover. I'm going to try and see a little bit of sunshine. And here's the satellite picture from the past 12 hours, and you can sort of see this little shade, this little grayish shade that comes in here, that darker shade. That's the low clouds. We got some fairly dry air upstairs in the atmosphere, so kind of like yesterday, once we get rid of some of these clouds, we are going to be seeing more sunshine later on today. And there's really, a couple of spots obviously around the country there in the mid-south and up to the north of us. But one thing to take note of, we've got this big trough out here to the west, and then here come these clouds up to the north. So it's a low and a high down there. And what's also interesting is we still have a big chunk of cold air out there to the west. Cutbank is at 44. A couple of days ago, it was down in the 30s there in Cutbank. But then, that's what, 30 degrees, 35 degrees cooler than what we are as of right now. So a lot of heat off to the east and cooler temperatures off to the west right now. Again, there's the trough to the west, and that high is now settling in. So now we're back to a summertime weather pattern where it's the high pressure which is pretty much in control. Now, one thing interesting though is a lot of times this thing is parked off to the east of us. This time it's off to the west, and so what that's going to do, still it's going to keep us hot. We are going to start to dry out a little bit more since we don't have rain, so humidity is going to come down ever so slightly going in toward the weekend. That then allows things to heat up more easily, so we'll make it, add a couple of degrees, 1-2 degrees each and every day, so mid-90s by the weekend. Then we get into the first part of next week. And with that high off to the west, we'll get some little disturbances kind of sliding around here. These little, notice how these wind lines are not quite straight, and they're kind of kinked around a little bit. And so those are little disturbances to give us a chance for some rain by Monday and Tuesday of next week. And we'll also be watching, looks like a low wants to try and develop out there in the Gulf of Mexico by the middle part of next week. So obviously that's something to keep an eye on. Okay, today, 85 at noon. Partly sunny skies. We'll still have some of these low clouds hanging around here. A lot of humidity, so 92, but add about 10 to that, and that's what it's going to be feeling like. Heat advisory for our extreme south and western counties just because of those outrageously high heat index readings. And for the rest of us, obviously, you just take it easy when you're outside. Next few days, we stay in the 90s. Again, temperatures are being held in check. We'll make it to the mid-90s by the weekend. Slightly lower humidity. And a chance for a couple of showers by Monday, Tuesday of next week.
As Mike underlines, slightly.
Slightly.
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit lower humidity, easier for things to heat up. So it's kind of a trade-off.
Got that? So it's more this and this.
Less of that. Okay.
Right. Thank you, Mike.
We'll take it.
6:47 on your Wednesday morning.
And the coronavirus pandemic certainly shook up the teaching landscape. Tomorrow on GMSA, how new approaches to teaching can make all the difference.
Outside with Live Cam, the news you need to know before you go this morning is still to come.
Arson investigating a house fire on the southwest side. This happened around 10:30 last night at this house on the 5500 block of Aspen Valley Drive. San Antonio firefighters and San Antonio police responded to the call. When firefighters arrived, flames were coming out through a roof window. Firefighters were able to quickly turn off the fire. No one was home at the time. Fire officials say the damage is about $70,000. It's still unclear what caused the fire. Reporting from the southwest side, Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
This morning, a bombshell report reveals just how little the ultra-rich are paying in federal income taxes. Investigative group ProPublica says it obtained the returns of thousands of wealthy people. It says Amazon founder Jeff Bezos paid $0 in federal income taxes in 2007, even though he made $3.8 billion that year. He even claimed and received a $4,000 tax credit for his children. And in 2018, Tesla founder Elon Musk also paid no federal income tax.
We looked very closely at the 25 ultra wealthiest, the top 25. And what we found is they're completely out of the tax systems.
According to ProPublica's calculations, from 2014 to 2018, Musk had a true tax rate of 3.27%. Michael Bloomberg, 1.3%. Bezos, under 1%, and investment icon Warren Buffett's true tax rate was 0.1%. The report says the 25 richest Americans had a true tax rate of 3.4% during that period. Compare that to the median American household in recent years, which paid a much higher 14%.
That seems like a deeply, profoundly unfair system.
ProPublica found nothing illegal. The wealth of billionaires is largely determined by investments, not the relatively low salaries they pay themselves. And the U.S. tax system does not focus on gains from unsold stocks and real estate. This morning, Buffett declaring in a statement, quote, "I continue to believe that the tax code should be changed substantially." Bloomberg's team saying, quote, "What Mike gives to charity and pays in taxes amounts to approximately 75% of his annual income." Bezos and Musk have not commented on the report. Meanwhile, the investigation into how ProPublica obtained the IRS data is ramping up. The Treasury Department calls it an unauthorized disclosure of confidential government information, and the FBI is now looking into the leak. Mona Kosar-Abdi, ABC News, New York.
It's KSAT's Kids Week on GMSA at 9. With school out of session, parents might be looking for more ways to keep the kids busy.
We are exploring some fun new places around town that you can visit this summer, but for things to do at home, Katie Blake has you covered.
Grab your ingredients. Time for another Katie Science Lab. Here's what you'll need. Write it down, take a screenshot, then join Katie in the 9:30 half hour today for a simple experiment where you can test out the density of different types of water.
Let's go ahead and take one last look at traffic for now with Stephen Cavazos.
Very big scene out here at Loop 1604 and 35. The view from TransGuide showing us just a mess this morning. Take a look right over here. We have what we now know is an overturned trailer over here on the side of this, on the side of these lanes, leading to some traffic building up here along 1604. In fact, taking a look here on the map, it's leading to quite the mess right now as the morning does pick up here in those northbound lanes of 35, 14 miles per hour right now. And on 1604 going east, we're looking at 16. Our photojournalist Steven Chavez is out there on the ground right now with a look at that traffic as it just continues to build. Now, if you take a look underneath that overpass, we do see an overturned trailer in that area. Steven zooming in just for us right now, showing us how that still remains on the scene. It's been there for a little bit more than an hour now, and traffic, again, just continuing to build in those eastbound lanes of 1604. We want to advise you, be prepared. This is going to be a big issue this morning as we start seeing people getting out on the roads. And bringing it one last look here to TransGuide, traffic just building up there this morning. Definitely going to be creating a lot of headaches, but give these guys room to get this scene cleared.
All right, and Stephen, you'll be covering that all morning, of course. 85 today at noon, 92 high temperature, but of course you got the heat index to deal with, and we do have a heat advisory for our southwestern counties down there around Cotulla, Laredo, where heat index readings are going to be about 110 or higher than that. Elsewhere, yeah, just take it easy if you are outside. Temperatures will slowly creep up as the humidity slowly goes down by the weekend, so maybe not quite the outrageous heat index readings this weekend. 94 both Saturday, Sunday. Couple of showers going to be possible on Monday and Tuesday.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Everybody have a great hump day.
Yeah, have a great day today, and we'll see you back here at 9.
Good Morning America is coming up next right here on KSAT 12.